Welcome to Koco's Corner. I'm the huge one, Dave Koco from Kocosports.com, KOCOsports.com, or Kocosports.net. It's where the world goes to get cash, your home for combat sports, and where, above all, it's okay to be a passionate fan. Almost got it all out. Anyway, sorry that you have to see my ugly mug. Usually when I'm hosting a show by myself, I put up a graphic, but for some reason, screen share is not working. So, I'm sorry I'm not attractive, but this is our weekly Ring of Honor. Well, we've done 2 weeks in a row, but let's go with weekly. Our weekly Ring of Honor review for their television. The air date for this was October 18th, and overall, I enjoyed it. We always ask for all our shows, win, loss, or tie. So please, in the comments below, did you think this was a win for Ring of Honor, a loss for Ring of Honor, or a tie for Ring of Honor? How would you rate it? I'm giving it a win, and not only that, but I have a love-hate relationship with Ring of Honor. I'm like, what? You have an accused pedophile? I'm not watching you for years. What? You make Adam Cole champion? I'm not watching you for a couple months. But no, I really busted Adam Cole's balls because I've been busy and I live in Japan and there's tons of pro wrestling, so I stopped watching Ring of Honor. But I stopped exactly when he won the title. So I was like, oh, it must be Adam Cole's fault. And then I watched some Ring of Honor pay-per-views, and I was watching Adam Cole. I was like, all right, what's this new champion all about? And he killed the crowd twice, like John Cena killed the crowd. Like, there wasn't boos, there wasn't cheers, and I was like, well, I guess I made the right decision. And I busted Adam Cole's balls probably more than anyone else on YouTube or in the universe. And people called me out on it. They're like, Adam Cole's not that bad. I'm like, dude, I only saw, he won the title, I stopped watching. Coincidence? I don't know. Did I come back, watch an pay-per-view? Adam Cole stinks up the joint, kills the crowd twice. So, but everyone is like, no, Adam Cole's good. Adam Cole's good. Don't be a bastard. I'm like, he's no Tanahashi, but like, don't be a bastard. Give him a chance. And he was the main event for this TV show. I was like, you know what? Dear Internet, as I'm pulling out the thing. See, if I had a graphic up, you wouldn't have saw that. But dear Internet, I'm going to give him a chance. I was like, oh, I'm starting to watch Ring of Honor. I'm going to do reviews. I'm going to learn. I'm a student of the Ring of Honor. I am not the expert, so to speak. And when I watched it, saw Adam Cole, I was like, you know what? Not bad. Not bad. He really impressed me. He started off with an opening promo, just simple. What I like about Ring of Honor is that the storylines are so simple. And you think that's an insult. And it's not. It's not. Like, I haven't watched Ring of Honor in forever. I sit down, turn it on. I'm like, okay, I know what's going on. Can't wait to watch the match. And to me, I think TNA, WWE, and other companies try too hard to, like, it's not rocket scientist, you know? And I enjoyed it. Adam Cole cuts a really short, good, hype, old school promo. And that's how the show starts off. And I'm like, you know what? For a guy I hate, you can cut a promo. So then it goes on. The opening match is the romantic touch versus Hanson. And to me, it just seems like seeing a nun at a bar. You're just like, excuse me, ma'am, sister. I don't know what you'd call a nun at a bar. But you see a nun at a bar, and you're like, you just don't belong here. That's what this match reminded me of. Like, I have no problem with the romantic touch versus Hanson. It just did not seem like a Ring of Honor match. It was like, it seemed like a very well done 1980s WWF match. And it wasn't bad. It just didn't seem like it belonged. You know, you go see your workmate, and you know, you go to a wrestling event and you see your workmate, and you're like, wow, you like wrestling too? Wow, I can't believe it. You know, it's a weird feeling. It's like a friend starting to wear a cowboy hat. You don't know how to break it to him. Like, there's this Japanese guy in my town who wears a cowboy hat, and I find it to be absolutely insane. I even talk to him. I go up to him, and you know, I'm like, hey, you live in Tokyo, you're Japanese, you wear a cowboy hat. That's what it felt like. It was a Japanese guy on a cowboy hat. By the way, anyone that wants to know, the Japanese guy said, any Japanese guy wearing a hat in Tokyo, you know they're good for their word. You can trust that guy. And I've only met one, and he seems like a stand-up guy. So, yeah. So, yeah, it was a pretty decent match, but it just didn't seem like Ring of Honor. I was like, oh, am I watching Ring of Honor? What happened? I know I was gone during Adam Cole's title run, but what happened? All right. Let's go 1980s WWF. And people enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. It just felt weird. It felt freaking weird. You're just like, all right, there you have it. So, the winner is Hanson. We did get a lot of Twitter questions last week, and I'll try to get to live comments if we have any. Our channel's not as sexy. It's not as sexy as it used to be before we got suspended and taken down, so hopefully we can rebuild it. But we did get a couple Twitter comments like, what are your thoughts on Hanson? Just because he's so different for a Ring of Honor gimmick. And I don't know, he just seems out of place. I'll give him time, but I'm just like, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. What are you doing here? That's how I feel, but I'll give it time. I have not been impressed by anything. I didn't think anything was absolutely horrible. It was just strange. Just absolutely strange. So, Hanson wins, and he has the beard, and he goes crazy, and all that. So there you go. Boop. Next, they have a promo with the Kingdom. The Queen leads her Kingdom, and this is a really I don't know. It's such a simple storyline. It's genius, and you care about it. Like, there's things where like, oh, I'm a Ring of Honor fan. I'm an ROH bot. I love everything they absolutely do. But I am coming completely fresh. I had a long vacation. We'll call it the Adam Cole vacation. And I was just like, no. And I understand, like, before I never understood what WWE saw in Adam Cole. Because Adam Cole's been rumored to be on WWE's radar. And I just never saw it. I was like, he's good looking, but for all I know, he killed the crowd and I stopped watching. But he was such a good actor. Not many words. They go out there, cut a promo. And, Cole gets really upset at Bennett saying, oh, I should be champion. And then Maria whispers something to him, and it's fine. And it's so simple, but it's so intriguing. You're like, whoa. Is this bitch? What's this girl doing? Oh, and I think Maria is one of the sexiest human beings alive. I do. I think she's just a beautiful person. But I enjoyed it, Michael Bennett is getting the title shot next week. Next week's all championship matches, so I'm really excited about that. Now, granted, I don't read spoilers. I don't go to Ring of Honor Live just because I live in Tokyo. I mean, I have been to Ring of Honor Live, but, I don't go there often. And to me, I found it to be intriguing. With the titles next week, what's they going to do with Michael Bennett? Is Cole going to go? And one thing that I really like is, on the commentary, they were like, oh, only two guys have been two-time champions. And Ring of Honor does such a great job at making their storyline simple and the title meaning something. I really do believe that because, that little comment, you're like, oh, well, Austin Aries and the current champion are the only one that's been two-time champions. And it just makes it seem like Cole has an impossible task ahead of him. So I found it to be intriguing, and I wonder where it's going to go. Boom. The next match, a little bit crazy, a little bit out of place. This is one of those things, I think Adam Cole really saved this pay-per-view. Not pay-per-view, TV show. I really think so. That's why, dear Internet, I was wrong about, Adam Cole. I could call Matt Michael Cole, minus 1,000 points for me. I'm sorry. But the next one is the Decade keeps doing this thing where the old guys bully the new guys, and they have Adam Page versus Thomas in a no disqualification match, and they throw in weapons. They're having a good time. Kevin Kelly's putting over the story like they're not doing this to test each other. They're just doing this for their own entertainment. It's two great athletes, and I love hardcore wrestling, but it just seems like once you are two great athletes, it's kind of just a waste of time. I'm not a hardcore wrestling basher like my friend Boom Boom, but at the same time, it just seems like, it's kind of in the way. Just let these guys wrestle. But it was telling a story, and Thomas is about to beat the hell out of Paige with a chair, and he's like, you know what, screw this, and he just leaves. And it's never really clear how Paige wins. I guess it's like a forfeit or a count out or something, but Page does win. Adam Page wins, and when Adam Page wins, he's like, oh, he should have hit me with the chair. I'm still part of it. He loves B.J. Whitmore more than a straight man should. So there you go. The story, I guess it was okay. It was passable. I enjoyed it. Boom. Next was the main event. It was Cedric Alexander versus Adam Cole. I enjoyed this match a lot. I think the fans really get into it, and the fans make Ring of Honor seem more special. And it's great, but sometimes like that, this is awesome. And I'm from Japan, where I live in Japan. I'm not from Japan. Anyway, I live in Japan. I go to a lot of Japanese events, and like we clap and cheer and go crazy. But like when they earned it, like I'm just around like this is awesome, and I'm like, really? That's what you do, Americans? I really enjoyed the match. The fans, were into it completely. But the whole time, I think I just lived in Japan too long. They're like, this is awesome. I'm like, okay, is that's what we consider awesome? All right. Go on, American ROH fans. Don't let me stand in the way. Really enjoyable match. I knew about these wrestlers, but I wasn't that big of a fan of them, so to speak. But this match made me a fan of them. I think Cedric Alexander is absolutely amazing, and I guess I got to apologize for player hating on Adam Cole because he actually put on a really decent match, and I enjoyed it. I think if it wasn't for Adam Cole on this show, this might have been a loss. But it was good, and then boom, Cole basically hits a twist of fate, and Kevin Kelly says it's a dedication or homage to Matt Hardy. So not too bad. Not too bad. I really enjoyed it, and next week is 3 championship matches, so I imagine this is probably going to be the best show that we've reviewed in a while as far as ROH goes. So, yeah, so please, down in the comments, tell us what you thought, win, loss, or tie, and we'll see. Boop, boop. Andy Paps from Facebook says, going to give ROH a win. Not a big fan of the decade, though. I love Roderick Strong. As a matter of fact, there's a line. I've watched Roderick Strong since he'd been wrestling in garages in Florida. I've watched Roderick Strong his whole career. And there's a line, I think it was from Kevin Kelly, but I'm not sure. He's like, no one loves Roderick Strong more than Roderick Strong. I'm like, no, that's where you're wrong, Kevin Kelly. I love Roderick Strong more than Roderick Strong. Could you see Adam Cole in WWE or TNA? I don't know about TNA. Just TNA doesn't seem. I know this sounds crazy because they're on paper. You're like, no, the young stars would have a better shot at TNA, and up to a certain point, it made sense. Like Samoa Joe signing with TNA instead of WWE would make sense back then. But now, and I'm not even talking about television deals. I'm not talking about TNA might go out of business. WWE. We're not even talking about that. I'm just talking about potential of being a star. Let's not, let's throw job, and of course these are important things, but just for the sake of this conversation, let's throw out job security. Let's throw out job security, and let's throw out money. Let's just say, hey, which one will make me a bigger star on a bigger stage and all that, or which one? And there used to be this thing where WWE was like, no, we're just gonna have Randy Orton and John Cena forever, and it's still that way. But CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, all this stuff couldn't have happened in TNA. TNA is really bad for young people and putting them over and original people. So if I was Adam Cole, obviously, most people are going to lean towards WWE for job security and money. But I would even lean towards WWE for something that WWE doesn't get enough credit for. Adam Cole would have a way better chance at being a star in WWE. TNA is like, oh yeah, it's just bad the way it's built. But with that said, they did a pretty good damn job with the Wolves. So, but yeah, I think the glass ceiling isn't as strong in WWE as it is in TNA, and that's kind of sad. Hardcore wrestling in the Ring of Honor just doesn't work for me. I think it works for me if it ends a feud. I think it works for me if it's on a pay-per-view and it's the Briscoes and all that. I just think Ring of Honor is really, really, really famous for its in-ring ability in wrestling, and then when you just throw in a hardcore match for the sake of throwing in a hardcore match, it just seems like it's an insult towards Ring of Honor, the young talent, and hardcore wrestling in general. But I don't know. There was a story. Maybe people that have been watching longer than me or didn't stop watching Ring of Honor can enjoy it more than me, but I can't. I don't know. Steeder Jacob, I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for liking our thing on Facebook. Boom. Boom. All right. And let's see. Let's see. It is bad when I live in the States, Southwest Louisiana, and ROH is hard to find sometimes. LOL. I did like what I've seen of it, though. Agreed that Maria is better than majority of WWE locker room divas. At least in ROH, she shines better. All right, so there you go. Yeah, I guess she's a great diva / manager. Very beautiful, does a great job, so really appreciate it. All right, thank you for the live comments. Much love. Please like, comment, subscribe. We're not as cool and popular as we used to be just because, well, you know, when you're off the air for two weeks, you can it can really hurt your views. So please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and yeah, I plan on doing 2 more podcasts today, and also check out our blog. Jerry, Scott Adams, David Cooey, even Wrestling Rantin section. We're improving. We're hoping that one day we keep improving this channel so that it becomes your #1 stop for reviews, and we hope to keep improving the blog so that slowly but surely it becomes your only stop for combat sports news. I know we have a long way to go, but we're going to keep fighting the good fight. We're going to keep moving forward, and that's how winning is done. All right, so go check out Kocosports.com or Kocosports.net. It takes you to the same place, KOCOsports.com. It's your home for combat sports. It's where the world goes to kick ass, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. All right, like, comment, subscribe, Kocosports.com. And with that, I am over.